I live on Hoonhay Road and I back onto the Heathcote River. Just up the road, up the riverway, there is Hillmorton Hospital grounds are being developed into a new subdivision. And my concern is, where is the runoff going to be for that subdivision? Already my back lawn has flooded last year 5 times, 3 of those times quite severely. And this is maybe the way we're going, but the greatest concern is, what is the council going to do about protecting the environment?
I do think that people could perhaps be a bit more proactive on the recycling rubbish sagas. You don't really have to think about it if you're just given a certain amount of bags a year and they sort of just get filled up as you go each week. But I do think the cloth nappy thing, the council could make more of an effort to encourage people. They can be expensive to set up. We bought 12 nappies and it cost, I think, $300 or $400. But they've lasted both our children to the end of it, and I think we would have been spending about $1,000 a year on nappies. So when you think about how much landfill and the cost, I don't know why you wouldn't put that money in, but perhaps if the council outlaid that initial cost for people and then let you pay them back or something, it was a bit more of an incentive for you to use them. And perhaps the council could get them made here, you know, the nappies, employ people. There could be a sideline.
Because when petrol was, I think it was about $1.15 a litre, I said, right, as soon as petrol gets $1.15 a litre, that's it, I've had enough. I'm going to bike to work. It didn't take long, it's only about a week later. Oh well, guess I better do what I said. All the kids were looking at me like, oh Dad, you're going to bike to work now? Yep. So from then on, I changed my habit. And it's about a 25-minute bike ride to work, so that's good for my health. And once I got into it, those first couple of months were a bit hard, but after that I've been biking to work. You know, I get good bike lights, and so I'm just trying to save a wee bit of money just from not using the car. The price of petrol's, you know, it's even dearer now, $1.70 odd, $1.60 something. So, you know, I've no doubt I've probably saved heaps over the last year and a half.
Personally, I couldn't live without a backyard. It's a nice place for me to just sit outside and relax in my own personal space where I can just get away from everything, but still be in the safety of my own home. And it's good also for when I have children, so they can just run around outside, so I don't have to take them anywhere. I just get them out of the house and they can relax out there. And for animals, if they've wanted animals, and it's really safe out there, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. It's just be really nice.
When I was young, we used to stay out on a farm, and they had the rainwater system there coming off the roof. And they used that, they had to look after it and use it for washing the dishes, having a bath, watering the garden, all that sort of thing. And I think we should be trying that in Christchurch here, saving the rainwater for that exact task. We have enough rain to do it. When the houses are built or things like that, they can put tanks in. I know it's an extra cost, but if you do it enough, it's going to recover the cost at the end of the day, I think.
Quite often we'll go over to Banks Peninsula for a holiday, Wainui, and I've got a friend who has a batch over there, and it backs right onto the domain up above the cemetery, and that place is just fantastic. You know, it's all dockland, and you come out the back door and you've just got forest and bush and wood pigeons galore and tuis and, you know, all the bird life, and it's something that you just don't see in the middle of the city. And of course the kids it's just a blow away for them. And you know, we've counted 5-6 wood pigeons up in the tree right there, and the kids are out there, and my oldest son, he can name what they are, and because he's got the books, and he just thinks it's fantastic.
Climate change to me has a lot of meanings. I think we've always had climate change. It's one of those natural phenomena that come and go with ice ages and the planet warming and cooling. But today it's got more of a political overtones. It's got a cliche about it now. It's been interpreted by people from big business to politicians to local people in all sorts of ways. And so I think it has an overlaid meaning that maybe isn't just the talking about changing climates. I think it has a meaning that has been layered by people for all sorts of different reasons, from economic to social to realities, and I'm not sure if it's real, if it's just a natural phenomenon that's been perhaps exacerbated by things that are happening today, or whether those things would have happened anyway.
When we have all the hoses turned on down in the bottom in Cass Bay watering people's gardens, there's nothing left for us. And we have situations during a dry summer when it's actually quite serious. We actually have no water on our property for several hours during the day. And on bad days, it'll be the whole day that there's no water there. So that's quite a concern for us, really. It means that we have to stockpile water, which is inconvenient, and it's part of living in the rural situation, I guess. But that does concern me with the overall situation of where the population is going, or where the community is going, because there are still housing developments going on in Cass Bay. There are new ones going in there at the moment. So the pressure on the existing water supply is simply going to keep increasing.